Small business entrepreneur and owner of Handura Hardware store in Midrand, Lindo Mnisi, joins us now via Zoom. Thanks so much indeed for joining us. Welcome to the program. How has the holiday season been for you and your business?
Cheers, thank you very much for having us, Peter. And as they have outlined in the stories you were just running now, we have as well just faced some of the similar challenges in our business as well. The festive season is one of the seasons where a lot of things are happening, and we are always anticipating to get a lot more customers coming through to our business. And there is the downside and also the good side. Obviously, the downside is that we've been challenged in terms of how do we, better serve our customers when, there's load shedding. I mean, right now, as I'm sitting, as you can see behind me, my screens are off because I'm actually sitting within load shedding. It's the similar situation we're facing in our business where most of our things, our operations, our point of sale systems in our hardwares are actually running using electricity, and we are very more technological. So you'll find that during load shedding, we are not able to transact for our customers because our point of sale systems are off, and customers have to wait. They have to go and withdraw money to come back to the store, or they have to try and do some EFT payments. It's just inconvenience that we've been, giving to our customers. Yeah. So the inconvenience in terms of what was caused by load shedding during the festive season is just challenging. But also on the good side of things is that people in the townships where we operate, they realize that with the load shedding constantly coming and load reductions as well, because there's load shedding and then there's load reduction, which is mostly targeted at mostly township areas. So with load reduction and load shedding, a lot of people then realize that they now need to, use other source of, energy, like your gas, your gas cylinders. Some have to make use of, your other avenues to ensure that they have electricity and their rechargeable light as well. So we're selling mostly of those things that people use during the load shedding challenges. Things like, the cooker tops, things like the rechargeable lights, things like the gas heaters and all those type of things. So those are the things we were able to sell as a hardware store. But really, it's been a challenge with the blackouts, and it's been costing us a lot more because now we have to buy a lot of airtime to keep our, operating our point of sale systems on and our cell phones on. To be able to transact. It's just a lot of inconvenience that get caused by load shedding and the load reduction that only affects township businesses and township as a whole.
All right, so both opportunity and challenge. The festive season usually is a busy time for retailers. When you compare this time to last year, coming out of COVID, have you done better or more or less the same?
The festive season is always a good season for mostly retail stores and retail, businesses. That's where we see a lot of people. People are available. People are not. Most of them are not at work. People have gotten bonuses. People, there's a lot of movement in retail stores during this time. So I can say that mostly, and I had a meeting with the team this morning, and we were reflecting on exactly what happened in December. So December was indeed one of our good months. In terms of the traffic in our shops, but obviously it always happens like that during the December period, including in 2020. We had a lot of walk-ins and people making use of our services. In 2021 as well, 2022 was more or less a similar situation. So we always look forward to the December period to ensure that we can maximize and capitalize on the customers when they are still available. So as we enter into 2023, we look into 2022 festive season, and we are quite happy with how things have happened. Obviously, with the challenges that we had to face, we've had to just roll with the punches and make sure that we are better prepared to serve our customers, and I think we did our utmost best in that.
So this year, 2023, we know that load shedding will continue to be part of the landscape. What does it mean for small businesses like yours? Do you now start to think about investing in generation capacity, or do you try and hustle for as long as you can?
Yeah, that's the bigger challenge with most township businesses, because trust me, with small businesses in the townships, we are trapped in terms of cash flow, in terms of just affordability of all the the energy that we will need to be able to operate. Think of the barber shops. A barber shop in the township will definitely be closed during the load shedding period, and in the township you find yourself in load shedding stage 6, where the electricity is off for a full 4 hours. And imagine how far you can go as a small business in the township when, if you've got 4 hours to work, but now you've got electricity gone for 4 hours. That means your barber shop is closed. That means your operation, systems are closed. Everything doesn't move. So as we enter into 2023, and we've read the reports, we've looked at, the press statements that, the ESCOM has been sending out, we know that we are in for a bigger challenge. What can we do? We look into government to say, government, please look out for the small businesses in the township. They cannot afford the solar panels. They cannot afford all the, the resources needed to run the businesses. And these are businesses that hire people in the townships. These are businesses that take care of people in the townships, feeds families. Please look out for the township businesses and ensure that you come in handy and come in and assist those type of businesses. All the funding agencies, we are calling on them to say, in your funding, as you look out for, small businesses that you are going to fund, also look into this issue of availability of funds for them to be able to boost up their electricity, and also generators and solar panels. So I call on government and all other agencies and people that fund small businesses to also just have the room to assist them in the operational part of things. We understand that there are, the agencies that fund businesses in terms of buying stock, getting stock in their businesses, and also, even though the processes there is quite, rigorous for the township businesses and the challenges that they face, but we are saying now, also put a contingency plan to ensure that when we are funding a business, also fund for them to be able to operate. And for them to be able to operate, that means they need to have some sort of electricity, some sort of, solar panels, or some generators to be able to operate. So we look into the year ahead, and we're just hopeful that someone will hear the plights and the cries of the township entrepreneurs that are actually putting food on the mouths of a lot of families in the townships.
Yeah, I mean, profit margins are not very high because of the consumers you need to serve. Would you say then, as a result, I mean, you've managed to get through the year. Were there businesses around you that didn't make it?
Absolutely. It's so sad, Peter. It's so sad to look at, businesses and people trying to wake up every single morning to go and try and open up some sort of operation. And within a month and two, those people are already, coming in 1 or 2 days. Another day they are not there, and then within a week of that they're already completely shut down. And because I care so much about the township business, and I want to always find out what is it, because I always want to research what is it that makes you close down, what are the things that you are dealing with. And some of these challenges, obviously the issue of capital, the issue of operating expenses just skyrocketing all the time. You think you've got this thing, you think you know what you will need for the business to operate, and then all these things that you didn't budget for start just taking your budget, taking you out of budget in terms of the profit margins are too low, because you now have to spend on things that you had not thought would be needed. So it's quite sad to see other township businesses not able to make it through 3 months. Able to make it through, a year. We are one of the privileged ones. I don't know how, but we've been able to operate since 2020 when we opened the business to now in 2023, and we're just hoping that as we go forward, and with all the promises and the plans that the Gauteng government and all governments in all provinces are promising, that they will look out after the township businesses. We are just hopeful and hoping that this will be implemented, and it will be able to touch the core of the township businesses. As I have outlined, that these are businesses that not only feed the people that start them, but also feeds the families of those that come and join those businesses. So we're hoping that 2023, there'll be a shift in how things are managed from the top level, so that it can trickle down to the people in the bottom in terms of the small businesses and townships.
Yeah, talking about shifts, all of this happens within the context of an economy, and we've seen interest rates go up, we've seen petrol prices rise, so input costs have gone up significantly. You're not always able to pass on these price increases onto your products to the consumers. Are the consumers feeling it to a degree that you're actually seeing less foot traffic coming into your shops?
Peter, you're asking all the right questions and things that we always deal with on a daily basis. Customers coming into our stores, they are hoping that they can just score a little bit of a discount, because in their own lives, they are also squeezed. I mean, the interest rates going all the way up, and salary increases nowhere to be seen in so many companies, and so many challenges that people have to deal with in terms of, you know, the bond that people are paying, the cars that people are paying, everything constantly going up. And they are hoping that as they come into a township business, they will always score a little bit of a discount, because when they go to the other bigger, more recognized brands, they don't speak of discounts there. So they come to us and say, guys, if you run a township business, you know how tough it is, so please give me a discount. And for us, it's not possible, because our suppliers as well are not able to give us the discounts, so that we are able to also drop the prices. So I can tell you for free, Peter, that people in the township and people in general everywhere, they are feeling the pinch of this, you know, current state of the economy. And in the townships, the people that we see walking into our stores on a daily basis asking for discounts, we know that actually they asking for it because not only because they feel that as a township business you just need to willy-nilly give out discounts, it's because they really desperately need some help in terms of getting things at a lower level, at a lower cost. If we could get a lower cost from our suppliers as well, we would definitely do that. And for us, we are not able to do that because, one, we are a township business. We are not as high level and as high recognized, and we don't buy in big bulk from our suppliers. So they are also not able to give us the discounts that we would need, so that we can also be able to lower our prices in the township. And, you know, we try as well in the township to ensure that we also supply good quality products, because township businesses sometimes can be synonymous with not offering the very best of quality. We try to bring that into the township. So bringing quality and also reducing price becomes very undoable on our part. So we feel the pinch from on the side of our customers when they walk in. We know when they ask for a discount, it's because they desperately need it, because they are dealing with a lot in this economy.
And you've dealt with a lot, but have done well. Congratulations on getting through. We wish you the best in the year ahead as well. But thank you so much indeed for telling the story of entrepreneurs in the township economy. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, that's Lindo Mnisi, who's an entrepreneur, owner of Handura Hardware store in Midrand, just north of Johannesburg, talking to us about the challenges that township entrepreneurs in particular have been facing for a myriad of reasons: load shedding, input costs, you name it. And some of them have managed, others sadly not so.